the Great Emu War, when Australia declared war on emus and lost. In 1932, Australia faced an unexpected enemy, one that was fast, elusive, and surprisingly resilient. No, it wasn't an invading army or a natural disaster. It was a flock of emus. Yes, you heard that right. This is the bizarre and hilarious story of the Great Emu War, a conflict that saw the Australian military take on thousands of flightless birds and lose. Then the setting, a land under siege. After World War I, many Australian veterans were given land in Western Australia to farm wheat, but the Great Depression hit hard, and farmers were already struggling with falling prices and drought. To make matters worse, thousands of emus, large, flightless birds native to Australia, descended on their fields, devouring crops and destroying fences. The farmers were desperate, and they turned to the government for help. The call to arms, the military steps in. In November 1932, the Australian government sent in the military, armed with Lewis machine guns and led by Major G.P.W. Meredith. The soldiers were tasked with culling the emu population. What followed was one of the most absurd military campaigns in history. The battle, emus versus machine guns. The first engagement took place near Campion, Western Australia. The soldiers set up their guns and waited for the emus to approach, but the birds had other plans. Emus can run up to 30 miles per hour, and they quickly scattered in all directions, making them nearly impossible to hit. The soldiers fired hundreds of rounds, but only a handful of emus were killed. Major Meredith later described the emus as almost invulnerable to machine gun fire. And the tactics, a war of attrition. Undeterred, the soldiers tried new tactics. They mounted machine guns on trucks and chased the emus across the countryside. But the rough terrain made it difficult to keep up, and the emus proved to be masters of evasion. After days of fruitless efforts, the military admitted defeat and withdrew. The emus had won. The aftermath, a humiliating retreat. The Great Emu War was a public relations disaster. Newspapers mocked the military's failure, and politicians faced criticism for wasting resources. Major Meredith, however, defended the campaign, stating that the emus were a formidable enemy and that if we had a military division with the bullet-carrying capacity of these birds, it would face any army in the world. In the legacy, a lesson in humility. Today, the Great Emu War is remembered as a humorous footnote in Australian history. It serves as a reminder that nature can be unpredictable and that even the most advanced technology is no match for the ingenuity of the natural world. The emus, for their part, continue to thrive in Western Australia, a testament to their resilience and adaptability. Closing thoughts. What can we learn from the Great Emu War? The Great Emu War is more than just a funny story. It's a lesson in humility and the importance of understanding our environment. Sometimes the best laid plans can go awry, and even the mightiest armies can be outsmarted by nature. What do you think about this bizarre chapter in history? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.